Okay, picture this and bear with me. You're walking around with a toddler and they stumble and trip and fall. If you rush over in a panic, gasp super loud, they're going to start crying, even if they know that they're fine. Instead, if you notice that they're okay, you smile at them and say, uh-oh, spaghetti-o. 9 times out of 10, they're going to smile back at you and repeat, uh-oh, pescetti-o. It's the same stumble, completely different reaction. And it's all because of how your response was presented. Welcome to episode 5 of Real Talk. Today we are going to go over the power of presentation. The way you introduce a comment, a suggestion, or an idea, the tone you use, the first thing you point out, it instantly frames how the people around you are going to respond. Just like the toddler. If you want a more professional example, I'll tell you the story of how I learned this lesson. I worked with a volunteer board on an event, and they hated the fact that corporate took over the marketing piece to make sure that it was brand compliant. Hated that they lost it. And every time I had to show them a piece of collateral, I knew exactly what they would hate about it. And I thought the best thing to do was get ahead of the complaints or what they wouldn't like. So I started every single marketing meeting with, okay, you're not going to like the blue background, I know, but the picture is really good. And guess what? They hated every single thing, every single time. When I finally realized that I was the one that was creating the negative tone of the meetings, I totally flipped it. I started with something positive that they thought they would like, even if it was something small. Look, guys, they nailed the image you wanted on this poster for the event. Isn't it perfect? Suddenly, the marketing review meetings were much more constructive. Yeah, they 100% still had their opinions, and they definitely pointed out the blue background every time, but it wasn't a total takedown with angry looks and arms crossed the whole meeting. I'm not even joking when I tell you it completely changed the tone of every single one of those meetings. When you lead with negativity, you're literally handing people something negative to react to. You're basically inviting them to. But if you frame it with curiosity or positivity or respect, you create a space for collaboration instead of imminent conflict. You have to remember that your tone, your words, your body language, they don't just communicate the idea you want to get across, they literally shape how the people around you feel about it. This is exactly where the R and the E in R.E.A.L overlap. How you communicate determines whether people shut down or buy in to your ideas. So the next time you have to share something you know won't be popular with a stakeholder, start with what's working or something really good instead of what you know is wrong. Just see how it changes the air in the room. And that's it for this week's episode of Real Talk. I'm Gabriella Rabuccio, the founder of ProEvent Tips. If you want more tips like this to help you manage your stakeholder relationships, you can check out www.proeventtips.com, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I am always happy to answer any questions about this stuff.